We had a 1993 kitchen.
Yeah.
We had soffits up here that stuck out. The cool thing about Stone Coat is these are the original countertops under this.
And you went from nasty coved backsplash to this beautiful travertine full height backsplash that really ties the room together.
We love that aspect of it. You don't have the painted wall, and it just went together seamlessly.
We are back for the final step in this kitchen remodel to apply the ultimate top coat.
I love the texture of it and how it softens it, but yet you can still see that really bright colors through it.
Right, all the metallics are still popping through that.
Wow, that looks good. Already, wow, I love the look of that.
So Ken, why did you choose to go with Stone Coat countertop epoxy?
You know, I love the look and feel of real stone, but the cost is really prohibitive.
Right.
So using Stone Coat, I think I got a really nice look.
Yeah.
That looks like exotic high-end stone without that cost.
Right, a slab of granite that looks like this would be a small fortune.
And the other thing is, it's a lot heavier.
Yes, sir.
And this is a lot easier to move around.
If you want to see how we created these countertops and installed that travertine tile, we'll leave a link in the description below. All right, Ken, step one, we're going to lightly sand with 220 grit on the surface and edges. You want to start in the islands and I'll hit the L here?
Sounds great.
All right, buddy. All right, this is fresh grout. We installed it just yesterday, so I'm gonna use my fingers as a buffer to keep my sanding pad from messing up that grout line. So to keep from sanding through any high points on a rock face edge or the rolled edge of your countertop, take that sanding pad off the sander and just do it by hand. Pretty easy. And then next step here, Ken, is just wipe all this dust off. I brought some 91% isopropyl alcohol to help with that. If you do not have access to 91% isopropyl alcohol, any percentage of isopropyl alcohol will work for this step to clean the dust. You can also use acetone. All right, to keep that top coat where we wish, we're gonna protect this beautiful cooktop and that fresh backsplash with some painter's tape. Here's a pro tip, guys. If you're a beginner, we have tons of videos that walk you step by step how to do the epoxy, how to do the ultimate top coat, and now how to do tile. All right, it's time to mix. You wanna shake part A up before pouring it into the mixing bucket. Sometimes the ingredients will settle, so you wanna give that a good shake. The ultimate top coat has a quick dry time so you can get to using your kitchen the very next day. So you're gonna wanna work fairly quickly. Mix for 2 to 3 minutes, add a little bit of water, mix again, and into the paint tray, and get ready to roll.
How do you delint these rollers?
I delint these rollers with a little bit of painter's tape. Tape it right onto your edge.
Ah, that must be a pro tip. Let me
This
hold
is a
that
pro
up.
tip. Yeah, got it?
Got it.
So these rollers are available on our website. I really like them. They do not leave very much lint off. And they kind of look cool as you roll them.
Yeah, I like it.
To apply the ultimate top coat, you want to use 2 rollers. That gives you the perfect finish. You're going to use one to apply the top coat wet, and you use the other to dry roll. What dry rolling does is get those lap lines really tight. It looks like you sprayed that finish on.
So do you have to push really hard on those bits?
No, you feather. You
Just
barely,
really, just barely
apply.
do it.
Apply a little pressure towards the frame or the elbow of the roller.
Okay.
And just let that roller glide across the surface.
Okay.
So we'll kind of go like this as we dry roll the whole surface.
All right.
And then bring it back.
Do you want me to dry roll? Are you going to wet roll?
Yeah, you could dry roll. Remember to shake part A.
There you go.
All right, pour in part B. We're going up to 4. We're gonna mix, add a little water, and then we're ready to roll. Pro tip, folks, adding a little bit of water to that mixture really helps when applying the top coat. It's easier to apply, easier to dry roll, so don't be shy. Just don't exceed 2% by volume.
Looks a little like Elmer's glue.
Right?
About the consistency of that, right?
Right, it's kind of milky white, but it dries clear. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you'll see it go on a little milky. Don't worry, you'll see some lap lines, but as it tightens up, the lap lines disappear and the material becomes crystal clear.
So that actually, you want to say it tightens up, it actually bonds to itself?
Yeah, exactly. It'll look like a spray-on finish. It's really neat.
All right.
So half into mine, half into you. Really saturate that roller.
Okay.
Take some of the residue off and go in the center of your project and start rolling. Have you seen our ultimate top coat durability test? Watch Mike try and destroy that piece with screws and hand tools. Spoiler alert, it's left without a scratch. The scratch resistance is insane. The countertop will look and feel just like real stone. So jump on over to that video and get all your questions answered about our ultimate top coat. You got this.
Doesn't matter which way we go?
Nope, this is a big island, so we're gonna need lots of material on there.
Okay.
As you roll into new areas, come back to your reservoir,
Okay.
and you wanna just try to get it as uniform as possible, and don't forget the edges.
Okay. Well, this stuff goes on easy.
Pretty easy. No noxious smells either, right?
No, it smells good.
Oh. Okay.
It is kind of like glue.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget the edges. Don't leave gaps on there, I'm sure.
Right, don't leave gaps. And you see how we're kind of heavy here in the center? I'm gonna feather that out some.
Here's our dry roller.
Yeah, hand me that.
Trajan, show me how to do this thing.
So now I'm barely applying pressure.
Oh, okay. Wow, that looks good. Already, wow, I love the look of that. And this is gonna clear up even more, right?
Oh, crystal clear.
I love it. I love the little texture about it. I was kind of worried about that, but it's not gonna show any of those micro scratches, is it?
No, and this is looking dull right now. That's because it's wet. It will come to life when it dries.
So all those great colors will pop out of this thing. Doesn't matter. Oh, you're going the other direction.
It don't matter. I kind of spread it back and forth, and then I'll switch directions. Barely glide. And remember, do not sit anything on the island.
Good. Is that a pro tip, Mitch?
Yeah, remember where you apply the top coat, it will be dry to the touch within 4 hours, but not instantly.
Wow, that looks good. I am really impressed with that. Look at the difference. I'm so impressed with that difference.
Yeah, it is a really cool product. The cool part about this epoxy, lightly sand, and you could apply this top coat multiple times.
What if somehow we damage the top coat? Can we go over it again with another top coat?
Yes, you sure can. Lightly sand with 220 grit.
Just
same
go over it again.
process. Yep. We've had customers install with lap lines, and they're all worried. You don't have to remove the whole thing. Lightly sand, apply another top coat.
Okay.
It disappears. It's pretty cool. Just like the epoxy.
Yeah.
When you sand it, you dole it up and rough it, and you apply the clear coat of epoxy, which is different than the top coat. The clear coat makes that first coat food safe again. The top coat is also food safe, FDA certified for food contact, or else we couldn't use it.
Well, I love how forgiving epoxy is. You mess something up, go over it again, you never know. So, I've got a bunch of old Stone Coat stuff in my office and in this apartment out here and
in your cabin?
my cabin. Actually, the cabin I need to I should redo that with this top coat. Well,
should.
all of them. I should do all of them.
You have the skills to pay the bills, Ken.
I do. And
Okay.
if I have any questions, I know where to find the answers. StoneCoatCountertops.com, or go to YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll be sitting in my office in the desk, and that bell comes up, and I go, a new information from Stone Coat. I got to watch that.
Put that reservoir in the middle,
Okay.
and then feather it out. Yeah, and don't forget to first kind of feather with the wet roller before you grab the dry roller. And I like to feather towards the frames. It is really easy to install. Okay, Ken, Dry rolling's complete. I think it's time to peel the tape.
Really?
Yeah. Just don't touch the top.
Okay.
Peel away. Just kind of ball it up in your hand so none of it touches the countertop.
Technique. This is a pro tip. I learned this from. Don't lean against that side.
Yeah, and if you don't peel tape and you're painting, you'll regret it.
I don't tape.
All right, Ken, this is going to be dry to the touch in about 4 to 5 hours, and you can get back to use tomorrow morning.
Excellent.
What do you think about it?
I love the texture of it and how it softens it, but yet you can still see that really bright colors through it.
Right, all the metallics are still popping through that. This piece is fantastic.
And it's going to clear even more, right?
Sure will. This is what, 20 minutes old. It will become crystal clear, and then you have the best protection on the epoxy project in the market.
You know, one thing I really like about this too, Mitch, is it makes the piece look thicker.
Right.
You know, when it was just glossy, it looked good, I liked it, but it didn't look really thick. It seems to be that it looks thicker.
It adds some depth to it. And my favorite part is how the sun catches it. It looks more natural to me.
Yeah.
I've installed granite for a decade, and when the sun hits that, I mean, it's nice. It's not too reflective. It feels more natural. I love this product.
Yeah, me too. Thanks a lot. And it's so easy.
It was simple, right?
This was simple. What would it be, an hour?
Right. All right, Ken, thanks for the help. We hope you enjoyed this.
I did.
We hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified for all our new videos. And from all of us here at Stone Coat Countertops, you got this. We'll see you on the next video.